I have a confession. I prayed some audacious prayers and then my life fell apart.
Hi, I'm Tam, and this is Life as Pulpit, where we clamor to find meaning and message in the mundane, mischief, mistakes, and messiness of life. So, like I said, I prayed some audacious prayers and then my life sort of fell apart. So this is what happened. A little over a year ago, I prayed to God that the layers of resistance would be stripped away from me. That, the things that were in the dark would be brought to light, that things that were hidden would come to the surface. Okay, what the hell was I thinking? Somehow, I guess I missed the memo that growth is painful. And as if that wasn't enough, then, a few months later, I felt led to pray for spiritual poverty. Okay, again, what idiot utters such a prayer? Well, apparently me. And then it started. Illumination of lies I'd been telling myself for years, brokenness that ushered in spiritual poverty as I realized hidden disappointments and dreams and desires. I look back, almost 2 years ago, I had a dream. It was very vivid, and it was a scene that has played out in my life dozens of times. I was at the playground with my kids, and when it was time to go, they threw an absolute fit, per the usual. And I realized that no matter how long we stay at the playground, whether it's 10 minutes or 4 hours, when it's time to go, the result is the same. They always throw a fit. And I woke up suddenly from that dream, and very clearly I heard the very gentle and yet candid voice of God saying to me, Tamara, you are that child on the playground. No matter how much I give you, it never is quite enough. Okay. Ouch! And I realize that I am a result of being programmed by this culture, looking for entitlement, gifts without any kind of thankfulness or celebration. And so often, realizing what a broken, human, selfish person that I am and that I can be, it can easily make me feel like a failure. And yet, what I have really come to know is that God's love is so deep and so great in spite of me. That God loves me no matter what I do, even if it's not, the right thing. God loves me even when I don't perform. God's love is just completely overwhelming. And I am so grateful. And so, as I join the ranks of the spiritually poor, I hear the soft and sweet voice of the Lord. And there's a few things that God tells me when I listen to his still small voice. God says to me, you don't have to try. Trying is a form of resistance. Move from trying to trust. God says, your pursuit of me is not an end of itself. Live in community with vulnerability and with abandon. God says, no one is disqualified. Don't you dare count yourself out. God says, come to me. God says that the path to transformation is not straight. You have to come face to face with yourself. You have to come face to face with your humanity and the depth of my love. And even in my uncertainty, I continue to cry out to God. I say, God, will you get the filthy remaining residue of religiosity off of me? And again, I say, God, will you get the remaining filthy residue of religiosity off of me? And I say to God, make me spiritually poor. Make me completely aware of my spiritual poverty and my need for you. I ask God to help me find the pace of peace, to unravel my entanglements, to rid me of my obsession with myself. Because I know that at the end of myself is where I find God. And where I find God is where I find freedom. I say, God, somehow in your grace, bind my heart to yours. Bind my heart to yours, whatever it takes. My heart is so often tethered to loss and sin and dashed dreams and fear and selfishness. God, untether my heart. Bind my heart to yours so that I can be truly free. In those times when life feels like it's falling apart and your spirit is poor and weak, God is doing something really important, and I want to encourage you in that today. Don't rush ahead. Don't fall behind. God loves me. God loves you. Simply because we are us. God's love is not based on performance, progress, or perfection. So often I ask myself, do I even know how to receive that kind of love? Do you have the courage to join the ranks of the spiritually poor? I think that God is a loving captain that can be trusted. So I hope you'll join me, even though it's scary and unknown. What does it mean for you to embrace spiritual poverty? Maybe you've never even thought about it before. Let me know in the comments and let's talk about it. This is life as Pulpit, and there really is meaning in the mess, even when life falls apart.
Your joyous shouts of rescue release my breakthrough. Lord, you are my secret hiding place.